Warriors here. They snapped a 4-game losing streak. They beat the Kings, who are just skidding at 21-59. But the real story is what happened with 3:15 left in the game with the Kings up 1. You can see it here. Doug McDermott fouled Seth Curry with the Warriors in the bonus, sending Curry to the line. It was a really strange sequence. And then it led to Draymond Green saying just something's not right here post-game. Listen.
I saw a team tonight foul Seth Curry with 3 minutes to go in the game for no reason. In the penalty. I get fined when I do wrong. Just fine the hell out of people. You know, we love taking money from players. Keep fining the teams. I've seen 2 fines. And we all know everybody tanking. But you've seen 2 fines. If it was players, we snatched that money in a heartbeat. Why isn't it the same? And we see 12 teams tanking. We've seen 2 fines. My math serves me correctly. That's 10 that ain't been fined. Just some quick math. It could be wrong, so don't judge me if it's wrong. But we're going to keep that same energy when it comes to teams, when it comes to officials, when it comes to everybody but players. We don't keep that same energy. But it's a players' league.
All right, so Draymond is referring to the fines that were given out for manipulating the integrity of the game. We remember this a couple of months ago. His math is correct. 12 minus 10 is indeed 2 fines that were handed out by the NBA. What is the solution to tanking? Is Draymond Green right here?
Well, listen, we've discussed the solutions to tanking. There's a bevy of ideas that they could come up with, and we've addressed that. As it pertains to Draymond Green's words, he's 1,000% right. He's absolutely right in pointing out what he pointed out. What did he say? He sat up there and said, we know there's tanking going on. Why is it that players are the primary ones being fined? We've even seen the commissioner, Adam Silver, basically have a press conference talking about it's something that we need to address and it's something that we intend to address. So clearly it's dissuasive measures that are being entertained in an effort to stop the tanking. And he's talking about the teams, not the players, because when it comes to tanking, it's about the teams. It's not about the players. The players are doing what they're told to do. We all know this, okay? From an organizational perspective, it's coming right on down. When you talk about player participation, player activity, sometimes it's player load management and stuff like that, and we're looking at that, and it's shameful. Sometimes it's invoked and provoked by the team. You know, your strength and conditioning coach, your medical staff. You got the coaches on camera telling us they're at the mercy of these guys. J.J. Redick, just a couple of weeks ago, sooner than that, when Luka Doncic got hurt. What did he say?
The NBA has a problem, and it is not a small problem. It is not a maybe we will fix it next year problem. It is a right now, in plain sight, everybody sees it, nobody does anything about it problem. And Draymond Green just said out loud what half the league is thinking. Let me set the scene for you. The Warriors beat the Kings. Nothing special there. The Kings are terrible. 21-59. But with 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game, something happened that made Draymond lose his mind. The Kings were up by 1 point. The Warriors were in the bonus. And Doug McDermott, a veteran, a smart player, a guy who is probably going to be a coach someday, fouled Seth Curry for no reason. No strategic reason. No basketball reason. Just a foul. Sent Seth Curry to the line. And after the game, Draymond did not hold back. He said he saw a team foul Seth Curry with 3 minutes to go for no reason. Then he said something even more important. He said, I get fined when I do wrong. Fine the hell out of people. We love taking money from players. But keep fining the teams. He said he has seen 2 fines handed out for tanking. 2. And his math is simple. If 12 teams are tanking and only 2 got fined, that means 10 teams got away with it. And he is right. The NBA has fined players for everything. For stepping on the court. For talking to referees. For wearing the wrong socks. For not talking to the media. But when teams openly lose games on purpose, when organized at, Irons make business decisions to sacrifice the integrity of the sport for a better draft pick, what happens? Almost nothing. 2 fines. That is it. Now Stephen A. Smith heard this and he did something rare. He agreed with Draymond completely. He said Draymond is 1,000% right. He said we all know tanking is going on. We all know the players are doing what they are told to do. It is coming from the top down. From the owners. From the front offices. From the data analysts who have convinced owners that losing is winning if you get the right lottery odds. And Stephen A. pointed out something else. Coaches are standing at podiums every night lying to us. J.J. Redick a few weeks ago said Luka Doncic was examined by the medical staff and they cleared him to play in the second half. Doc Rivers in Milwaukee says he has no control over who plays. The medical staff makes the calls. The front office makes the calls. But the coach has to stand there and answer the questions. The players have to stand there and take the fines. And nobody is fining the teams. Nobody is fining the owners. Nobody is fining the general managers who tell their coaches to rest guys in March because the draft lottery is more important than the product on the floor. And this is where the NBA becomes a circus. Stephen A. said the world of analytics has taken over. Owners want to appear knowledgeable. So they hire data analysts who speak their language. And those analysts tell them that losing 50 games is fine as long as you get a top 3 pick. And the owners believe it because it sounds smart. It sounds like a strategy. But here is what it really is. It is a complete abandonment of competition. It is telling fans that the games in April do not matter. It is telling players that their stats do not matter if the team wants to lose. And the craziest part? The NBA knows this is happening. Adam Silver has had press conferences about it. He says it is something they need to address. But address it how? With 2 fines? With a lottery system that still rewards losing? The play-in tournament helped a little. It gave more teams a reason to compete. But we still have 10 to 12 teams every year who check out in February. Who start resting healthy players. Who find creative ways to lose close games. And the fans are not stupid. They see it. They stopped watching. The ratings are down. The energy is down. And then Wendy from the show made a point that really hit me. She said the entire NBA right now, the league office, the players, the coaches, the executives, are all just trying to get to the finish line. They are trying to whistle their way past the graveyard. Because if you actually sit and analyze what is happening night after night, it will drive you crazy. She said there are things happening in games that would have you slap your head. And the Doug McDermott foul would not even rank in the top 100 strangest things she has seen in the last month. Think about that. A Terran player fouling a 3-point shooter with 3 minutes left in a 1-point game for no reason is not even in the top 100 weirdest plays. That is how broken the NBA regular season has become. And then Chris Russo jumped in with the knockout punch. He pointed out that the Golden State Warriors, Draymond's own team, have done the exact same thing. He said 3 weeks ago at Madison Square Garden, on national television, the Warriors started a lineup of guys nobody has ever heard of. He listed the names. Zimski, Guy Santos, Will Richard, some guy named Malavy, on national television. At the Garden. That was the starting lineup. And Draymond did not play that night either. So when Draymond points the finger at the Kings for tanking, he might want to look at his own locker room first. And that is the thing about this entire conversation. Everybody is guilty. The Warriors do it. The Kings do it. The Jazz do it. The Bulls do it. Wendy said players are getting pulled out of games in the middle of the third and fourth quarters when they are having the games of their lives because their teams might win. Bryce Sensabaugh from the Utah Jazz finally got to play 40 minutes the other day. Why? Because his team had no chance of winning. He scored 34 points. He was thrilled. And that is where we are. Players are happy when their teams are so bad that they are allowed to play. That is the incentive structure of the NBA right now. It is upside down. So what is the solu? Tie-in? I do not know. But Draymond is right about one thing. Stop fining the players. Fine the teams. Fine the owners. Hit them where it hurts. Take away draft picks. Not lottery odds. Whole picks. Make them forfeit a first-rounder if they are caught tanking. Then watch how fast the product improves. Because right now the NBA is a circus. And the clowns are running the show. So here is my question for you. Is Draymond Green right about the NBA protecting teams over players? Or is he just deflecting because his own team does the same thing? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more honest breakdowns of what is really happening in the league, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.